there seems to be a considerable overlap in recognizing these differences. In your opinion, when does the left go too far
Uh, in let's see, a number of ways, especially the contemporary left, has tended to gravitate toward identity politics, toward seeing um, uh, debate and analysis of social issues in terms of the relative power of different ethnic groups and races, and seeing social progress in terms of rectifying an imbalance between whites and blacks, or men and women, as opposed to recognizing discrimination that has occurred, but striving toward a society in which people are evaluated based on their individual rights and their individual merits. So identity politics, and with it a relativistic epistemology that says that your opinions are determined by your race, your gender, your sexual orientation, your handicap status, as opposed to their internal consistency and support by evidence. I think there's far too much hostility to markets and to capitalism on the left, just given the historical and contemporary record of which societies one would want to live in. North Korea versus South Korea, West Germany versus East Germany, Venezuela versus Uruguay, for example. Let's see. Well, those are. Oh, I think as I mentioned before, the hostility among the left to rule of law and law enforcement is inconsistent with their role of policing in reducing violent crime. That would be another issue that the left, I think, has lost touch with facts. The importance of market economies in elevating societies from extreme poverty. The fact that global extreme poverty has declined by 75% in the last 30 years, largely because of liberalization of market economies in countries like China and Vietnam and India. So those are a number of issues in which I think the left has gone off the tracks. But certainly the contemporary American right is far worse. The Trumpist right in denigrating international agreements and norms, which are increasingly going to be necessary to confront global challenges like climate change. The hostility to any form of regulation, even ones that would be justified by a market-friendly mindset, such as pricing harm to the environment, which even if you're a staunch capitalist, you realize the market itself will not take care of. The indifference to the plight of people who can't contribute enough to a market economy to support a decent way of life. The indifference to the poor, to the sick, to the elderly, and therefore a rather ideological opposition to all forms of government assistance to the needy. We just know, again, that there's nothing that dictates that you have to be hostile to social programs if you're sympathetic to markets, because it's just a basic of analysis of markets that they don't provide for the poor. So unless you just are happy to let the poor starve and die of disease, you have to have markets, you have to have mechanisms that the market doesn't provide. Again, this is hardly radical, even if you are a free market libertarian.